Here they go. My name is Bruno, and I've been playing Skyblock on hardcore mode. I've done a lot of progress on this world, getting ready to fight the Ender Dragon. I've been grinding a lot over here at the villager factory, but I'm running into a little problem. There's no more space for villagers here. And that is a problem because in order to fight the Ender Dragon and reduce the risk of dying to a minimum, I need the best enchantments there are. So yep, I need to free some space over here, and luckily I've been working on creative designing a Librarian Trading Hall. But some of the resources I need for building it require me to get more librarians. So I'm going to set a rail all the way over here, going to flick this lever, and I'm going to start taking out all these villagers to the outside. I have to say though, I love how this villager factory works. Look at these guys, all the way over there. Yeah, they bounce a little. They look like a spring. Let's slowly but surely push them. Come on. There we go, look at that. These guys are chilling over here. I'm also going to get rid of all the masons. And also the clerics I've been using to get redstone. Let's take all of this. And here we go, all the workstations are correctly assigned. And that is very important because these are the guys I'm using to trade iron in order to get emeralds. I also need to trade redstone, which I've been stockpiling over here, along with emeralds and blocks of quartz. The resource I need from the librarians are bookshelves, and this guy does not trade them. So I will be getting more villagers and setting their trades, and maybe even get a couple cool books along the way. I'll have to do tons of re-rolling, so I'll be right back. A lot of re-rolling later. Alright, I got all these villagers with tons of useful books, and also bookshelves, which is the material we need to work on our next build. I think it's time to convert them now and lower their prices. I have to say though, I never had such a good time working with villagers. The factory really makes things go smoothly. You and you. And there we go, all of our villagers are waiting to be converted. Now I have to do more trading. I'm going to need quartz, I'm going to need bricks, I'm going to need bookshelves, and I'm going to need emeralds for getting all that. So it's time to put all this iron to use. We are back, and I've been trading a lot with these guys. I got some more toolsmiths, as well as armorers and a swordsmith, and also some clerics for trading rotten flesh. And I've got bookshelves, quartz pillars, blocks of quartz, tons of bricks, polished granite, polished diorite, and polished andesite, along with a nice amount of emeralds. These are not all the materials I'll need for this next build, but I think we should get started. And we'll do so by finding a location where to place our build. I feel like it should be close to the factory, but maybe a little bit lower. That means though that we'll have to build another cobblestone platform, and first we need to address a certain issue. Turns out my cobblestone generator is massively over-engineered, so I think it's time to take it down. Yep, this was too much. The improved version is actually way simpler. It's just 2 rows of waterlogged stairs. There we go, with a temporary block in between. They will just put glass on top, like so. 1 glass block off to the side, just like this. Break this and that. Place our lava bucket over here. It will spread. We can now take all of this down. And in fact, I'm gonna move the hoppers. I'll place a double chest here down the stairs, and you can actually open it. Hoppers on the back, right below all of our temporary blocks. And once we remove the glass, what is gonna fall out? I think we'll have to place a glass block here with a jungle sign. There we go. Now if we break it, yeah, it stops the water. We'll do the same on the back and remove this. And there you have it. This is the stone generator. And it's not just way faster, it's also more practical and compact. And we can even use a fortune pickaxe to get cobblestone. So I'm gonna be grinding this for a little bit, and I'll be right back. Alright, it's time to start looking for a location for our Librarian Trading Hall. Yeah, around here looks good. I think I'll get started by widening this bridge first to make it safe. There we go, very nice and safe. And now we're gonna go up a couple blocks because yeah, this is still a thing. Yeah, I think around here looks nice. I'll add some stairs and also make it wider. Very nice. And last but not least, we'll go out a reasonable distance. I actually want the build to be facing this way, so a little bit behind the factory over there. And while I do this, allow me to tell you a little bit about the project I'm about to tackle. This is not just gonna be a Librarian Trading Hall that is gonna be holding all my librarians with all my trades, but it is also going to be my sugarcane farm. I like the idea of having paper to trade with the librarians whenever I want, and I also need a sugarcane farm, right, since I'm going to the end really soon. I'm going to need paper to craft rockets. I already got the gunpowder from my general mob farm, so paper is a necessity now. This platform I'm building right now is not exactly for the trading hall, but it's going to be supporting the sugarcane farm that's gonna be underneath the library. And there we go. This is the first farm I'm going to build in this world. That is not a design by me. It's actually by Tangotek. Sugarcane farms are so simple that there's no point in reinventing the wheel. I'm just gonna take his design and adapt it to my build. There is one block we'll need though that we'll get after we finish building. But we'll see about that later. It's time to build this farm. Let's get to it. We are back and the sugarcane farm is complete. As I mentioned earlier, this is a design by Tangotek and it's very compact. That observer over there detects when the sugarcane grows and activates all these pistons all the way over here, pushing the sugarcane forwards. That falls in that water stream and gets pushed all the way over here to these collection hoppers. These are the output of the farm and right now it's temporary. I have something more fun in mind for when we have the build set up, but for now this will do. There is one thing though that we need to take care of and that is the ice. I was visited by a wandering trader while I was working on grinding dirt and it sold blue ice, a block that I needed for this farm. But turns out that it only gave me 6 and I need more because those iron blocks right there get the sugarcane stuck and that's really bad. So what we'll do now is going to the snowy taiga biome we found a couple episodes ago and see if we can improvise a little ice farm in order to fill these blocks over here. Alright, time to go back to the snowy taiga island. I think this was like one of the first bridges I made on episode 1. Get over here and crouch. Should make this a little bit more nice for hanging out. And now I should try finding the edge of the taiga biome. Oh wait, this is a taiga. It's not a snowy taiga. I saw snow when I was here. There was snow. Alright, the bridge is more secure now and I brought some scaffolding with me because turns out that in regular taigas, in order to get snow, you need to be at Y level 160 and above. So I think we'll have to, start pillaring up to 170 right here. Oof, take a look at that. I can see my house from here. Okay, I'll get started by making a small platform. And there we go, the platform is complete. This is a very small taiga biome, but I think it will do. Now what we have to do is take water sources from here and start placing them every 2 blocks right here. Here, another one here. This should be a source. Yep, there we go. Ah, look, we got our first ice. I'm also going to remove some of these because these are spawnable and we can't spawn proof them using light because that will prevent ice from forming. And now ice will generate on all the spots except the ones that have blocks on top. So I'm actually going to place a layer of slabs here to guarantee that we have water sources on the middle. If all the water sources freeze, then the farm won't be renewable. And there we have it, a starter ice farm that is already producing. I think I'm gonna be farming ice here for a little bit and then I'll go and upgrade my sugarcane farm, so I'll be right back. Alright, we got a really nice amount of ice, 56 packed ice and 8 regular ice. I also made a couple upgrades to the ice farm to prevent spawns up there and also to prevent me from falling down. But now that I have this ice, it's time to put it to use. And with this, our sugarcane farm is complete and we are ready to start building the library that will hold our librarian villagers. Well, almost ready. There is still a couple materials we need to gather. Yep, excuse the mess. Turns out netherwort is one of the materials I'll need for the next build and I've been growing it on my basement. For some reason it seemed like the appropriate place. What is netherwort anyways? What is this supposed to be? I've been using my diamond hoe with fortune 3 to harvest the netherwort. Because yes, in case you didn't know, mining netherwort with fortune increases the number of drops you get. But I think I'm gonna take this outside. I can barely walk in here. There we go, much better. And there is another material we need and for that we need to get to the nether. Excuse me. This other material is nether bricks and we'll need to run the gold farm in order to get it. As you may have noticed, we did a couple of improvements to the farm by grinding tons of blaze rod from our fortress farm and combining it with slime from our slime farm. We managed to get a lot of magma blocks that we use to upgrade the farm and make it so only zombie piglins can spawn. I also added a very rudimentary collection system that will pick up all the drops that the zombie piglins drop. Now that we got ice, I'm gonna be able to upgrade this, but this is not something I'll do today. I also have some trash cans for the unwanted items so they drop to the void. And yeah, place this trapdoor so these guys can't see me open chests. They get quite mad. Let me see how many bricks I have over here. Oh, this is not that bad. We may already have enough. But just in case, I'm gonna run the gold farm and then barter with the piglins in order to get a couple more. Yeah, take a look at this. The farm is way more efficient now. So I'll be doing this and I'll be right back. And we are back. Hello. Now that we have tons of nether bricks, we can use them in combination with nether warts to craft red nether bricks. Take a look at this block. I absolutely love it. It's gonna give our build a very distinctive touch. But red nether bricks is not the only block we are missing for our build. You see, this is gonna be a trading hall after all. And one of the things I like the most about my villager factory is that I mark the fact that it's related to villagers by using emerald blocks. And even though I have 50 blocks of emerald in my ender chest, I still need to trade more. Looks like I'll be doing this for a while too. And last but not least, there is one more ingredient I need, and that ingredient is granite. And I know what you're thinking, but Bruno, how on earth do you get granite on Skyblock? Usually on Minecraft, you will get a lot of granite just by mining around in caves, but here we don't have them. I can get polished granite from my masons over there at the factory, but you can't make granite walls out of polished granite, and I need granite walls. Luckily for us, there is a loophole in the crafting recipes that not many people know about. If you get cobblestone and you combine it with nether quartz, you can craft diorite. Isn't this amazing? Look at this. Don't tell me this is not a beautiful block. But it doesn't stop there. You can take quartz and combine it with diorite to get granite. And this is the block we need. I seem to have run out of cobblestone though. So I'm gonna grind it over here at my stone generator using the new fortune pickaxe I got from my villagers. And with that, we got all the materials required for this build. Take a look at this. What a grind. Before we get started though, I need to build another platform up here. And there we go, a very nice and safe platform. And now, without further ado, let's get started on building our Librarian Trading Hall. Let's get to it! I'm gonna try something new with this one, check this out. We are back! And the front part of the build is complete. Maybe I should remove the scaffolding. You, and you. Much better. I use a combination of bricks and polished granite for the walls, with some quartz stairs and quartz slabs for details and leaves for a touch of green. These bushes hide some glowstone for added light. This is the basic palette, and I think it looks quite nice. We added some details with granite walls and lamps on top, and some white stained paints. I feel like these complement the build very nicely. On that side we did the same, and in the middle we have the entrance. The only new block is the dark oak doors. I didn't go to the dark oak island, but I got a sapling from a wandering trader. If you go inside, you'll see that there's absolutely nothing. We added the foundation for the other walls, but there is still nothing inside and still no roof. You may have noticed in the entrance that we have this. These are going to hold the pillars that will sustain the roof, and I can't wait to build them, so I think it's time to make this look a little bit more full. Let's get to it. We are back, and now we have a floor and also some walls. Whoa, they look kind of weird from the inside. But if we go outside, you'll be able to see that the walls over here on the side are a variation on the walls on the front. They still use bricks blocks, but this time we also have brick walls. We added some more granite walls to make these pillars look more sturdy. And we also keep the highlights with quartz and the leaves. Over here on the back, we have the same design that we had on the front, and in the middle, instead of having the entrance, we have another variation. We are a little bit tight on space, but I think that if I do this, you'll be able to appreciate it a little bit more. We are not done yet though. As you can see, we are missing the roof, and this is actually one of the parts I'm looking forward the most to build. Oh, so let's get right to it. We We are back, and the roof of the library is finally complete. We added the 4 sides of the roof using red nether bricks. I love how this block looks, but it can be quite grindy to get, particularly on Skyblock. But I think the grind is completely worth it. It has a very unique look. We use quartz on the edges and on the top, and for the rest of the details, I actually have to go down and a little bit farther away. Oh man, I love how this looks. Wait, I forgot to close the door. The front of the build is looking amazing with the 4 quartz pillars sustaining the roof. I have no idea how this roof shape is called, but I've seen a couple libraries that use it. I added a line of emerald blocks that goes around the whole build. I think it looks quite great, not just because it marks the relationship with villagers, but also because it complements the green of the bushes really well. Over there at the top, I added some bookshelves that mark that this is a library. And even though they are quite hidden, I think they look nice. I just saw something that I can't unsee though. Do you see it right there? Quite sus. Let's go back down. I think that overall the exterior of the build is looking amazing, but there is something that still needs to be done apart from removing this scaffolding, and that is the interior. It's completely empty and it looks quite weird. Oh, looks like I missed a block up there. Let's fix this problem. There we go. Oh, now that I'm here, I almost forget. I added a glass cupola at the top. I think it will add some nice character to the build. For the interior though, I'm not gonna do a time lapse. It can be quite uncomfortable to do a time lapse in such a tight space, but instead I think I'm gonna locate the center of the room right here. Place this. I'm gonna stand right on the middle, and now I'm going to do this. And there we go. Take a look at this place. The interior of the library is mostly done. I say mostly because this area is still pretty empty, and I wanted to ask you, what do you think I should put in here? Leave your answers down in the comments, but let's take a look at what we have already. The library has 2 identical wings, and this is where our villagers will be. You see, this may sound crazy, but I want to have my villagers roaming over here, free to walk wherever they wish. For that, I'm going to add on each one of these spots here. One here, here, and over there. And I also have spots over here on the top floor. I will add the lecterns once I start moving the villagers in to prevent linking issues. But let's go over some of the details. We have bookshelves. This is of course a library. A couple bushes with lighting. The carpets of course. Some desks with lamps. We got the stairs with spruce trapdoors, and a couple details in blackstone. Oh, and also I closed those walls up there just to give the build a more finished look. And the last detail over here, we have smithing tables as roof. I think they look quite nice. There is still work to do in this interior, but I think that now it's time to start moving the villagers in. That is gonna be quite a task, so let's get right to it. Alright, let's see how these guys are doing. Oh, not so well. Yep, I was re-zombifying some of them in order to lower the price of the sugarcane trade. Their book trades were already cheap, but I wanted to have the sugarcane as cheap as it can be. While this guy's here though, I'm going to break all the workstations to prevent linking issues. And now I need to see exactly how we go about this. I need to take them all the way from over here to all the way down there. I think that using rails and making a bridge all the way over there is gonna be the easiest, so let's get it done. Alright, all the rails have been installed. Now it's time to move in the villagers. Let me see. Ooh, these guys seem to have cured. Paper is still a little bit too expensive. I think we'll have to send this guy back to Gerardo. While we wait for these guys to get here again, we'll start sending the villagers over. They will get started by you, Patwix, our looting guy. Okay, there you go. Looking very nice. And here it is. We'll set this guy free and place a lectern over here. She'll come to work. Yeah, very nice. Very nice job, Patwix. We'll add a sign, looting 3. And finally, we'll get a use for all the glow ink sacks that we got from our mob farm. And now we need to repeat this whole process with all our villagers at our factory. Take a look at this. I was moving in the villagers, and there is a wandering trader that trades moss. This is huge. Yeah, I'd say that this block is a must-have. Okay, sorry about that. Back to moving villagers. Alright, I moved in all the villagers, but there have been a couple complications. First, I started getting iron golems. I know there's a couple running around over here. There we go. Look at that guy. I don't feel comfortable with these guys roaming around. And second, I had to remove all the trapdoors from the sides over here because the villagers were just jumping down and taking damage. So this was essentially a villager grinder. I'll have to see what I do about that, but for now, I'll just remove them. Apart from that, everything went pretty well. They are working at their respective workstations. And yep, we got almost every trade over here. There is one more thing that I wanted to show you about this place, but we'll have to wait till night to see it. It's almost bedtime for villagers. It's about to happen. Ah, there we go. Look at this. What? Where did they go? They disappeared. This is an amazing trick I found out while experimenting. Check this out. There we go. They are all down here. Villagers can sleep in beds even if they have carpets on the top. And I hit tons of them over here. So at night they go to sleep and they disappear from the library. And then when you sleep and you skip the day, here they go. They all pop up from the floor. It's amazing. I absolutely love this. I think I'll keep the rails for now in case I need to bring more villagers from over there. But all in all, I am absolutely happy with how this place turned out. It is the first time I have a trading hall with the villagers roaming around, and it's been quite a challenge, but I think it's completely worth it. Once I get all the librarians I need, I'll be able to go and fight the Ender Dragon, and I think I'll do that really soon. But not today, because this is the end of this episode. Make sure to hit that like button. If you are new, please consider subscribing, and you may also be interested in checking out this video. My name is Bruno, this was Skyblock Hardcore, and I am out. Goodbye.